Hello, welcome to math. For today's lesson, what we will be doing is we will order whole numbers using place value on an open number line. We will do this by drawing and writing our two new vocabulary words and placing race cards on an open number line. This is important so we understand how to compare numbers and place them on a number line. Before we start today's lesson, let's go ahead and review some vocabulary words. The first vocabulary word we're going to review is greater than. Greater than is whenever we want to see what the biggest number is when we're comparing two numbers. So we have 5 apples and 3 oranges. So the number of apples is greater than oranges because the number of apples is bigger. And this is the greater than symbol. Less than. Less than is when we want to know what number is less, has a smaller value. So here we have 2 apples and 5 oranges. So we know that the number of apples is less than the number of oranges. This is the less than symbol. Equal to. Equal to is when we have the same amount of apples and oranges or the same number on both sides. So we have 5 apples and 5 oranges. So we have the same amount for each. So that means that the number of apples is equal to the number of oranges. Represent. Represent is when we use our greater than, less than, or equal to symbol in equations. We're able to represent which number is greater, which number is less, and if they are equal. Our two new vocabulary words are number line and open number line. So let's go ahead and look more into those vocabulary words. Let's start off with open number line. This is what we will be looking more at today. Open number line. We just see that there's just a number line, right? There's no numbers. It's an open number line. No numbers at all. We're going to be using that for today's activity, an open number line. Next, we have our number line. So our number line, we can see that it has numbers. So it goes from 0 all the way to 10. With a number line, there's some important things to remember. With a number line, you always start from left to right. So you start from left to right. That's how you read it. Left to right. Second is that the smaller numbers go to the left and they get bigger as they go to the right. So let's look at 5 right here. 5 is in the middle. So if we go to the left, the numbers get smaller. And if we go to the right, the numbers get bigger. So that's also important to remember. So with a number line, we read it left to right, and we always go from smallest number on the left to the biggest number going to the right. Number line. Those are two important vocabulary words. Let's go ahead and go to our lesson. Today we're going to work on our open number line. So we're going to go ahead and work with our open number line. And we're going to go ahead and order these numbers. So we have different numbers right here, but we have cheetahs. So we're going to look at their speed. So let's go ahead and look at this first cheetah speed. This first cheetah speed says 3 miles per hour. The second one says 11 miles per hour. And the third one is 20 miles per hour. So we have to order them. we have to put them in the correct order. So let's go ahead and think. Our two important facts that we learned with number lines. The first one is we always start from left to right. So we read a number line left to right. Our second most important fact is that we start with the smallest number on the left and then we get bigger and bigger and bigger as we go to the right. So let's go ahead and look at our numbers again. We have 3, 11, and 20. Let's see, which one is our smallest number? A way we can figure it out is we can always count until 20. So, if we don't know, I see a small number, but we can always count. So let's count. 1, 2, 3. Do we see 3? I see 3. And 3 is a small number because it came before any of these. It came before 11 and 20. I'm going to go ahead and put 3 over here to the left. Remember, the smallest number goes to the left. Now let's look at 11 and 20. Which one's the biggest number? Ding! 20. 20 is our biggest number, right? Yes, it's our biggest number, so I'm going to put it all the way to the right because that one's our biggest number. So we have 3 to the left and 20 to the right. So 11 must go in the middle. So it goes right here in between them. So let's go ahead and double check. So we read our number line from left to right. So let's read it left to right and see if it's in order from smallest number to biggest number. So let's double check. 3. 3 is the smallest number. So we're good on that. Ding. 11. 11 is bigger than 3. It's a bigger number, so we're good on that. And 20. Does 20 come after 11? Yes, and 20 is the biggest number, so it's all the way to the right. So, yes, we're reading left to right, and the smallest number is on the left, and the biggest number is on the right. And we're reading left to right, and then the right order. So, our number line is good. Let's go ahead and go down here to our greater than sentence and our equation, our number sentence. So let's see, think of a number that is greater than another number. So let's look at our big number, 20. So I'm gonna say 20. I'm gonna write that down. 20 is greater than which number? There's 2. I see 2. So I'm just going to put 11. 20 is greater than 11. So right here, this is our sentence. 20 is greater than 11. And right here, we can put 20 is greater than 11 as well. Let's go ahead and look at our less than sentence. So blank is less than blank. So let's see. We need a number less than another number. So let's look at our smallest number right here, 3. 3 is less than which number? I see 2. Good job. We can always put 11 again because 3 is less than 11. 3 is a smaller number than 11. That is a smaller value. 3 here is less than 11. Oops. So 3 is less than 11 and 3 is less than 11. So both of these mean less than. This is a number sentence and this is an equation. So now let's look at your activity for today. Our first activity for today is to draw and write both vocabulary words in your journal. So if you don't have your journal and pencil out, get them out. We're going to get our pencil and our journal. And we're going to write our 2 new vocabulary words. So we're going to write number line and open number line, and we're going to draw our picture. So we're going to write both vocabulary words and draw our picture in your journal. Once you're done with that, we can go ahead and move to your second activity. Your second activity for today is like we just practiced with the cheetahs. So you have an activity called Speed Racer. So you have 3 different cars that have 3 different speeds. So one has 11, 7, and 13. What you're going to do is you're going to place these cars in order. So you're going to compare the 3 numbers and you're going to place them in order on the open number line. Remember our 2 facts that we learned. We go from left to right, and the smallest number goes to the left, and then it gets bigger, 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 and our biggest number goes to the right. After you're done placing your race cars, you're going to go ahead and answer these 2 questions. Which car was the fastest? You're going to type which car was the fastest. Was it the blue one, the yellow one, the red one? And then which car was the slowest? So again, which one was the slowest? The blue one, the yellow one, or the red one? Once you're done with both assignments, the math vocabulary and your Speed Racer open number line, then you can go ahead and turn it into Google Classroom for your teacher to see. After you're done with those 2 assignments, you can go ahead and review our 2 new vocabulary words, number line and open number line. So remember the 2 important facts, and that the numbers get larger when you're going to the right and smaller when you're going to the left. Then you could also do this daily count practice up to 100. So make sure before you do our review and the counting to 100, you do both assignments for today, the math vocabulary and the race cars. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.